evening and welcome to Build Your Best Life. My name is Deborah Smith. My platform is designed to assist high school age and young males as they follow my basic principles to overcome obstacles from their personal lives and society to build their best lives. I believe it is better to train early rather than to fix later. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I cannot believe it is already April. Can you believe it? I had all these April Fool's jokes the day I was here, and I was like, oh, it's April 1st, my goodness. But I am just excited that it is. This month, I am going to be focusing on SWAT, special weapons to avoid threats. As you know, our young men have so many different threats that can pop up at any time. And they have to have some type weapons to use as defense. So all during this month, I'm going to be talking about those special weapons to help avoid threats. That's my SWAT. So please join me on Saturdays and Thursdays as I talk about those special weapons. So today I am starting out with just that. So as you know, threats can just pop up at any time and you have to be prepared. There's depression, can pop up. Low self-esteem. You got to have those special weapons. See, discernment, you got to have it. Low grades. You need tutors that can help you with those things. You might even have someone that have suicidal thoughts. Educators are another special weapon that we can use at different times. We have peer pressure, of course. That's another weapon, threat that can just come up at any time. And then you know that there are things that come from your past. You think they are all over. You thought you have forgotten about them, but they're still inside. They're still eating away at you, such as physical abuse. You got to get some help. Get rid of those things. Verbal abuse. And we know prayer helps with everything. And even molestation. And yes, I said molestation. And I know I'm talking about young men. But our young men are being molested as well. So we need all of these special weapons to help at any given time. So those are some of the things that I'm going to be talking about this month to get our guys equipped to work with and deal with those threats. And, you know, like I said, prayer. And I don't talk about prayer a lot of times because I know a lot of people think, well, that's just a given. You know, people know to pray, but everyone does not know to pray. I remember one time someone was taking a test, and every time they would take this test, they would fail, and they needed to take the test in order to get their license, the state license. And I said, well, just pray. And, you know, it got quiet, and then they said, I don't know how to pray. So I just want to tell you, if you think you don't know how to pray, prayer is simply talking to God. Just tell him all about it. Tell him what you need. Tell him what you want. And he is there. He's always there for you. So the prayer is a tool that you can use to help you at all times. So always feel like you can use prayer. And Shonda, I think I saw your name earlier. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hello, Billy. Hello, Curly. Hello, Salandra. Thank you all for tuning in today as we talk about these threats and the special weapons that we can use in order to fight against those or try to avoid them. Sorry. So as those threats were coming at me, I know we were going kind of fast. I hope that you were able to catch some of those threats. But based on things that have happened in the past, things that happen today, because you never know when something is bothering someone, and they may have a demeanor that no matter what is going on, they have a smile on their face and you think all is well, and it is not. Even you get onto your teenager about their grades, and they look like they have this look on their face like, and it really bothers them. So it can be someone that is having struggles with their education. No matter what they're doing to study, they're not grasping whatever the concept is. Like I said, those things from the past, were they physically abused, verbally abused? So then, based on what's going on now or in the past, can cause low self-esteem, depression, and as I talk about often, suicidal thoughts, even if it does not go to the next level of attempting suicide. However, suicide again is the third leading cause of death among our African American young adult males. So those are some of the things that we need to ensure that we talk about. We can't, like push things under the rug and pretend that they aren't important, or that's a conversation that makes me uncomfortable, so I'm not going to bring it up. I'm not going to talk about it. You have to talk about those things, get them out, and so you can find out and advise what things will help. So today, good evening, Peggy. Thanks for tuning in. So today, since it is getting like on the downside of the school year, I know a lot of individuals have been having issues because of COVID and the whole issue with being virtual versus non-virtual. Some kids have thrived during the virtual learning phase because maybe they're getting a little more attention because of their parents are working from home and the parent is being able to give them more attention. Perhaps that's why they are doing really, really well. Or sometimes, I know on the lower of the elementary grades, sometimes even though it's virtual, they have their teacher there the entire time. So it's just like it's business as usual. But there are a large number of our young people that are not doing well with the virtual learning. Some of them have been able now to go back to brick and mortar. However, we're talking about an entire school year, and so your grades matter that entire time. We have to relay to them that it's okay not to understand. Everybody does not understand everything. Everybody does not grasp everything quickly. And everybody does not learn in the same way. Some people can just look at something or read it and they got it. Some people, they need someone to do it, write it out step by step, or to hear that voice or be able to ask those questions as they go. So it is very important that we communicate with our young people to find out, okay, what's going on? What is it that is holding you back? Is it because you are in an environment by yourself? You are missing, interacting with others. You're not getting the concept because you're, having to do the work more on your own. What is it? And then it still doesn't stop there, even though, COVID is getting better, opening up more things, but you still can get assistance from your teachers, your professors, what have you. They have labs at the different universities and colleges, like math labs, writing labs, I usually have someone, tutors in the library area that can assist. So you have to find all those opportunities that you can go and that are open there for you. Most of them are free, and get the help that you need. You have to speak up and say, hey, I'm not getting this, I need help, because it's not just going to come to you. So please do that. And then it may be a subject where, you know what, I'm still not cutting it. I've asked the teacher, don't understand. Your child may need a tutor in certain areas. They may not get this whole concept of geometry or algebra or whatever. If they need a tutor, see what you can do to get them a tutor. Some of the tutors are inexpensive, and they may not need the tutor for that long, because once they can get with someone that's going to take the time to work on the area that they need the help on, the process should move faster, and they can get the help they need and move on. But we do need to reach out, talk with them, see what they need, so we can get them the help they need, because their education is important, their grades are important. And they already may be having issues with self-esteem or whatever. If they are used to being an A or B student and their grades now are C's or lower, so they may already have an issue with that. And if, heaven forbid, it gets so bad that they have to repeat a grade or go to summer school, if that's offered, then that can really impact their self-esteem, maybe cause them to go into depression, which then that's something else that you will have to work on. So please, parents, make sure that you are engaging with your children during this time of the year. You do not want to wait till the end of this. So I think we're in the middle of the third 9 weeks. We have one more. So you don't want to wait till it's totally too late. You need to engage and get involved now, so you can get the help that they need. And you may be someone that can help someone else. So if you have boards in your neighborhood or whatever, you might want to put up on your in the information board, hey, I'm free to offer tutoring in algebra, geometry, whatever they need help in. Macroeconomics and microeconomics or whatever. So you may be someone to help. You at your church, you can offer to go in an hour or two, maybe to assist. But this is one of the things that is causing our young people to have those issues, and so we want to reach out and make sure that we help them. So that's basically what I want to get at today, is coming up and letting you know what those things are that we can use as our special weapons to assist the young people that are on here, to assist you, and then to our parents and educators, to equip you to be able to assist them. So one of the first things that you have to do is you have to listen. You can't just assume that, they're not trying to do their best or whatever. You have to ask those questions to find out what is really, really going on in order to do that. So education, I think, during this time is one of those big ones. So I really wanted to touch bases on that. Another one that I want to talk about today that a lot of people don't touch, because it's one of those conversations that people say is one of those crucial conversations. The subject is a lot of times taboo because you don't want to offend or hurt someone's feelings. But in the society that we have today, and the way people get their fun and interact with others, they make fun or make light of people for things that are not under their out of their control. They cannot help. So one of those things is obesity. And obesity can be really, really bad because it gets to a point when I say obesity, that it's not just overweight, but when you get to obesity, that impacts health as well. And people that make fun, they don't know if it's something that's medical, why a person is, gaining weight or anything. They just like to make fun of people, and then the person, they don't like it themselves, and then when someone makes fun of them, it makes it worse. And so again, here comes the low self-esteem and depression in a lot of instances. So some of the things that we need to do, some people just, you cannot do it. I mean, like I'm somebody like, I like fattening things. And so when I start eating them, I usually eat them in spells. So right now I'm hooked on miniature size Mr. Good bars. So in my mind, I'm not eating a whole Mr. Good bar. I'm just eating these little small ones, but I'm doing it in repetition. So I have to, kind of watch it, like get on the scale, like, okay, what's going on with this or whatever. But, medication can cause people to gain weight. So you have to talk to your young person and build up their self-esteem. If it's something that you can't help, you just can't help it, and we're all beautiful inside and outside. We can be ugly inside and outside. So what is your personality? If you have a good attitude, you have a good personality, it's okay. As long as it's not impacting your health, it's okay. You can't worry about what people are saying. You just be yourself. You do what I always say, be neat and clean and smell good. It's okay. It doesn't matter. Like they used to make fun of Luther. I know some of y'all don't know who Luther Vandross is, but Big Luther and Little Luther. He was okay. He was trying or whatever, but it was to his detriment because it eventually impacted his health because he couldn't keep the weight off. But what I want, what I'm trying to say is be yourself, be happy with who you are, as long as you are having a good attitude and you are pleasant. You're beautiful on the inside, you're beautiful on the outside. It's okay. You are who you are, and others are going to be negative. I'm not sure why some people get off on offending other people and making them unhappy, but that's where they get their jollies from. So you can't sink to their level and make yourself unhappy. Be happy with who you are. Take care of your education. Be a good student. Be a good employee. Be the best at whatever you are going after, what your dreams are, what your goals are, what makes you happy. That's what you do your best at. And, to the naysayers, you just cannot worry about them. Okay? So I hope that this information is going to be helpful. Anyone that has any comments about any specific time as far as what we can use for those special weapons to help against those threats that we know are everyday occurrences, they're not going to go away. Peer pressure is going to be there. So we have to equip our young people on how to deal with it, because it's not going anywhere. Education, the older you get and the higher your grade, the more hard and comprehensive the courses are. So the more difficult they're going to be. So you're going to have to work harder. So you're going to run into issues with not knowing everything, having to learn new concepts and dealing with that. So whatever you can think of that will be helpful in getting that help to our young people, please put it in the comments, or you can direct message me. But we want to get that information to our young people this month. But remember, if there's any way that you can help with educational wise, as the school year is coming to a close very quickly, please step up and volunteer your time. You know, educators can do only so much, and parents and students, you're going to have to speak up when you need help and let people know that you do need the help, because it is there. Remember, everyone has someone that's assigned to assist you, so you have to go after that. But just remember and think about it, because there is something to assist in every area of threat that will come up in your life. And so I'm here to try to assist you in getting that help. So thank you all for tuning in today. I appreciate it. And please, please, please don't forget to send me those comments. I don't see any comments up here, but I know y'all have ideas that will help and assist. So I would appreciate those. Thank you, Jeanette, for tuning in. Thank you, Dan, for tuning in. Anyone else that I missed, but those are the ones that I see. So thank you all for tuning in. As Build Your Best Life deals with those threats and comes up with special weapons to avoid those threats. So thank you again for tuning in. Remember to visit my website, www.buildyourbestlife.org, where you can get a copy of my autographed copy of my book. On my web store, you can see those services that I do offer. You can also read my weekly blog. I release a blog every Monday on my website. It tells more about Build Your Best Life. It tells more about myself. I have my calendar of events out there. May 1st, I'm going to have my second annual Mothers with Sons seminar. I can't wait for that. So that's going to be on Saturday, May 1st, and it's going from 10 to 4 this year. We have 6 dynamic speakers that are going to be on, one each hour, and there will be breaks in between. But please put that on your calendar to join us, and we'll be having Boys and Men's Conference in June. And every Tuesday, as you know, I have either an educator, pastor, parent, or a young man to come on as we talk about different subjects. So please check out my calendar of events on my website. Like, comment, and share this video. And I look forward to seeing you this Saturday as I share another session on Build Your Best Life. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. And as you go on your journey to being a better you, there will be distractions, pitfalls, rough terrain, and detours. Don't let any of these negative aspects of your journey stop you. Though they may slow you down, keep going to be the best you so that you can build your best life. Thank you, bless you, have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you on Saturday. Bye-bye.